Twitter headline, bitch. That.
Look at her nails though.
Hey guys, it's Riss, and today we're doing a CHUNG Stay Tonight inspired nail art tutorial. Now, this tutorial is actually pretty impulsive. I saw the music video, loved the comeback, but I fell in love with the unique nail design. Now, I obviously like the video and I like CHUNG herself, but there's just something about unique nails that I can't handle. Now, while watching the music video, I was able to observe how the nail polish looked while she was dancing, and it was changing colors, which made me think that this is most likely a duochrome nail polish. It looked purple and blue at the same time, which is, why I thought it was duochrome. And I love duochrome nail polish. It looks so beautiful. I currently am in possession of 0 duochrome nail polishes, and I'm also poor, and everywhere's closed. So, with that being said, this tutorial is sort of going to be like a faux duochrome look, while also being an inspiration off of CHUNG nail design. Alright, so I've already started with a peel-off base coat on my hand. Feel free to use whatever base coat suits your fancy, but I decided to go for the peel-off base coat. And I'm beginning with a black base, and you'll notice that the polish is really streaky and chunky looking. It was in worse condition, but what I did to sort of loosen it up was put it in warm water. You might hear people say, oh, put your remover in it or put water inside of it and shake it. No, just put it in warm water and it should work. Clearly mine, looks pretty bad still, but I'm telling you, it actually did really good considering what it looked like before. But anyway, I'm just going in with that black base, and I'm choosing black instead of white as the base because I feel like her colors give off a darker purple and blue rather than a lighter purple and blue. Because if that were the case, I would usually be using white as a base, but I'm using black for today. Okay, so next I'm taking my purple polish and I'm putting it on an edge of a cosmetic sponge, and then I'm going to dab it on one side of each of my nails. In this case, I decided to choose the right hand side. That way I can have one side be purple and the other be blue, just so it can look like it has that color changing effect. And because the black is so dark, it's going to take quite a few layers of the purple and blue to build up, but it ends up looking pretty nice, especially because the background is so opaque. And following the purple, I'm doing the exact same thing with the blue, except this time it's going to be on the left hand side of each of my nails. And then what I'm doing here is sort of blending in the colors so it looks more cohesive. So I'm applying both colors on the cosmetic sponge at the same time and then dabbing it through. That way it sort of makes this blue, purplish, indigo-y color towards the middle of the nail, and it blends in really nicely. And if you're catching on, you can kind of tell that this is obviously an ombre look. Fake duochrome, when you want to do that, it's going to end up being ombre with sparkles. So that's exactly what we're doing here. And in my case, it's an ombre from a purple to a blue. You can use whatever colors you want, but obviously for me, because I'm replicating the CHUNG nail design, it's going to be the purple to the blue. And I think it ended up looking quite nice. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle / holographic on top because holo looks good with anything, and I'm just doing the exact same steps that I did with the polish, just with the, of course, corresponding holographic nail polish, putting on the cosmetic sponge and just dabbing it on. But I'm not going too crazy with the polish because I do, with the holographic polish, because I do want the actual polish to still show through. That was a tongue twister, to still show through, because in her design it wasn't so sparkle heavy, but it still had like a hint of sparkle. Okay, so now that the base is done, it looks like a hot mess, but we will get to that later. We'll get to it later. Before we, clean anything up and finish off the design, I did want to add a little bit of, I guess, white detailing on it, because when you do look at duochrome, it does have sort of a white shine at the edge of the nail when you put it up against light and you see it transitioning from one color to another. So in order to replicate that, I am going in with some white acrylic paint, and on top of that white acrylic paint, I will be putting some regular holographic polish on it. It's not going to look exactly as good as a nice duochrome transition would, but I do believe that it's a nice way to sort of top off this nail design. And then, of course, the most important and final step that you should do with any nail design is put on a top coat. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I was running really low, but I had money to spend, I splurged, and I got myself a new one, I'm just putting on a nice thick coat of top coat on my nails, and that seals in the final design, and it ended up looking quite amazing. And after all the final touches are done, this is the final look. Not quite as nice as duochrome, but it will absolutely do. I really like the ombre effect, and from certain angles, I actually do think that it could, be mistaken as duochrome. It looks really nice. So, if you want to do your nails on a budget, ombre and some sparkles are absolutely the way to go. It makes it look like you spent so much time on it when in reality you didn't. And you can ombre with any colors you want. Obviously, I use blue and purple for a reason, but any color combinations would for sure work for this ombre look. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. This was actually a quite short video. I do plan on making more content. I guess didn't really feel much motivation, but after watching a K-pop video, all of a sudden my creative juices decided to start flowing. So I'm gonna have to figure something out in order to get back to the Zodiac series and figure out some more ideas to do. But with that being said, if you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you liked and you subscribed, and have a good one. Bye bye.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.